It is the biggest occasion, the show of shows, the grandest spectacle in all of sports entertainment. No, not December to Dismember, WrestleMania. The stadium backdrop and the major stakes demand a spectacular entrance. To avoid hilarious counterproductive farce, a performer must ask themselves a question. Is this a true, albeit very exaggerated reflection of my character, or am I just dressing up as somebody from Game of Thrones because I'm a very in-shape nerd? Some use this huge platform to make professional wrestling more socially inclusive. See Finn Balor WrestleMania 34. Others use it to make a woefully misguided social commentary. Roddy Piper, WrestleMania 6. Look it up. Anyway, I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture, and these are the 10 most ridiculous WWE WrestleMania entrances.
Number 10. Triple H, WrestleMania 35. As you can probably hear, I've just got back from WrestleMania 35, and this was bloody ridiculous. Triple H said on Raw a few weeks back that he'd go to Dave's freaking house to settle their disputes. That was bait. He tried to sell us on the idea that this no-holds-barred spectacle was going to be this urgent blood feud war fought with throat-throttling conviction. Triple H could not wait to get his hands on Batista. He wanted to end him for his heinous attack on Ric Flair. He needed to do this as soon as humanly possible. He needed to get vengeance. He just needed to grab a few things before he left the house. His keys, his wallet, his big bike thing with spikes on it, his SD card so he could play his lavish and expensive Tron on Dave's Ultra 4K, and his gear too. One must bring gear to a home invasion. Tonally at odds with the premise of this feud, this was laughable. Triple H needs to grow up. Right, now we've got him out of the way, who have we got next?
Number 9, Triple H, WrestleMania 27. Spoiler, this isn't the last time you'll see Triple H pop up here. It is, as if you needed reminding, all about the game. And because it wasn't quite enough for Triple H to make his entrance to the strains of one legendary rock act in Motorhead, Triple H also made his entrance to For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica. Quick reminder here that the vast majority of WWE performers aren't allowed one household act to pen their signature theme. What is most annoying about this stupid, overblown thing, is that it was absolutely awesome. Stunning pro wrestling theatre. You felt like a warlord just watching it. And that is exactly what wrestling should be at its core. Badass wish fulfillment. Bastard. Number 8. John Cena, WrestleMania 22. Not the only location-specific John Cena entrance, his genuinely unique and exciting Fast and the Furious Ford Mustang bit 1 year later was over the top, obviously, but much too inspired to take the piss out of here. It's not clear at all, though, what the intention was here. I mean, obviously, John Dillinger is tied to Chicago, but was Triple H meant to be intimidated by a gang of old-timey gangsters wearing stupid, gurning expressions as they encroached around the ring? Did you know CM Punk was, oh my god, everybody knows that? And then there was Cena, wearing a gangster coat that hid within it a gun. Why he needed it, I've no idea. Triple H had already shot on him to death during the build by claiming that Cena happened to not be a very good wrestler. Nice work as always, Trips. Number 7, Rusev, WrestleMania 31. Ridiculous but undeniably effective, WWE played on the Cold War here by having Rusev invade the United States of America in a Billy Big Bollocks tank. The Cold War had ended some 24 years prior, which makes it still relevant in Vince's eyes, no doubt, but WWE compensated for the lack of real geopolitical tension by simply broadcasting Vladimir Putin's big face over the Titantron and changing Rusev's birth nation. Sorted. WWE went big too by playing the Russian national anthem, dressing the stage in a sea of Russian flags and servicemen, and blasting red smoke and pyro from cannons. And then the camera panned to a gigantic tank, complete with a machine gun turret and the villain of the piece, Rusev, maniacally waving the flag back and forth. It looked bloody brilliant. And then he lost. Number 6, Triple H, WrestleMania 22. It took some doing to out-stupid Cena on the night of WrestleMania 22, but Triple H never met something he didn't want to compare himself to, even if he was measuring his dick against a naked mole rat here. Instead of the King of Kings, he looked like the tit of tits at WrestleMania 22, because every last gimmick was underpinned by the reality that this was Triple H at his most defensive, his most unjust. This was Triple H at the arse end of the Reign of Terror, and he reigned over WWE on an actual throne. An actual throne made up of skulls, bear furs, leather, chains, crowns of steel, and yes, even Thor's hammer. Oh. This was Triple H portraying himself as the final boss of several video games. Complex much? Number 5. John Cena, WrestleMania 25. If a pro wrestler compares unfavorably to a more iconic and more popular cultural icon, it's not particularly well advised to drive that comparison home. Not that that's ever stopped WWE, of course, hence why they did it here. I don't know, homage to Eminem? Several John Cena clones ran down the entrance ramp and formed a guard of honor for the real John Cena, who subsequently stood up. Was this parade of doppelgangers meant to convey that Cena was an everyman, just like you or I, who are also wealthy professional athletes who dress decades out of time? Were these men hired in a dual role as floor fillers to add elusive bass to the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chants? Were they just something straight out of my nightmares? Jerry Lawler didn't shed any insight on it, but by 2009, he'd given up saying anything of value at all. Shh, Jerry. Not now, mate. Number 4. The Big Show, WrestleMania 21. You cannot tell me that Vince's favourite moment of WrestleMania 21 was his problematic fave Hulk Hogan putting the boot into a terrorist, or the seminal technical masterclass pitting his other fave Shawn Michaels against Kurt Angle, or the dollar signs appearing in front of his very eyeballs at the sight of his future fave John Cena emerging from the show with his maiden WWE Championship hoisted in the air. No, Vince McMahon's favourite moment of the show by far was definitely seeing the Big Show enter the Staples Center dressed in a ceremonial yukata robe. Promoted as a serious proposition in the build, Vince revealed his secret self-pop master plan by dressing Show up in a big nappy. Well played, sir. Number 3. The New Day, WrestleMania 32. Luckily, everything about The New Day is ridiculous. If anything, we consider it a disappointment if they didn't affectionately mock the absurd premise in their own inimitable way. I love you, Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods plays a garishly coloured trombone, Kofi twerks with a big daft smile on his face, and Big E dry humps midair for the delectation of the young children that principally make up his fan base. Again, everything about the New Day is ridiculous, and so was this dumbly fun ring walk. An absolutely massive Hell in a Cell-sized Bootio cereal box appeared on the stage. It then toppled over, unleashing several prop-sized versions of the cereal bites themselves, followed via camera trickery by the ridiculous faction themselves. Dressed wonderfully, like dorks from Dragon Ball Z, they proceeded to shift box upon box of the strange merchandise. And that's what was so great about the whole bit. It was as dumb as all hell, but people actually, literally bought it. What's also great is that they look considerably less stupid than their opponents. Remember the League of Nations? Number 2. Randy Orton, WrestleMania 33. This could only have gone down in the manner in which it did. The program was so over the top and the resulting match such an atrociously superficial show that an invitation to farce was extended to the wrestling gods, and the wrestling gods RSVP'd with a superb rib. Having incinerated the dormant spirit of Bray Wyatt's sister, Orton, who joined the Wyatt family under the prescient idea that its leader would capture the WWE Championship, nevertheless did not see his entrance coming. As he slithered down the ramp, he followed what was meant to be a long snake. You know, because he's the Viper. The gods had an alternative. Instead of a snake, Orton followed a gigantic sperm-shaped thing with an oversized head. You know, the kind he mashes into the hands of trainee creative writers. I've googled pictures of viper snakes for the purposes of research and can confirm that while its head is slightly bigger than its body, its head isn't that big. Having spent the money on the important things like projections of bugs and maggots, of course, Orton's entrance was quite literally tossed off. Number 1. Triple H, WrestleMania 31. Number 1 with a fucking bullet, aimed with machine precision directly into the back of Sting's head. On the evidence of his WrestleMania 31 entrance, Triple H was definitely the driving force behind the whole WWE 2K16 Terminator Genesis tie-in. Triple H had designs on dressing up as the Terminator all along. Who can blame him? And so, with several T-800s standing alongside him, Triple H ascended to the stage, accompanied, of course, by sweet, iconic, copyrighted music and an Arnold Schwarzenegger cameo.
Judgment Day is here.
Arnie said,
It's time to play the game.
So that's Triple H being put over by an indestructible cyborg then. The whole thing couldn't have looked more preposterous if Triple H had worn a stupid mecha hybrid of his skull gimmick and the Terminator exoskeleton. Which of course he did. Triple H terminated Sting's WWE career, and adding up his entrance, his match, and his big segment with The Rock and Ronda Rousey took up a quarter of the 4-hour show.
I've been waiting for you.
Arnold could be heard in the preceding video. I'm quite certain Triple H had been waiting for Sting for a number of years. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check out What Culture Wrestling's podcast by searching for What Culture Wrestling on either iTunes or Spotify. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam from What Culture, and I'll see you soon.